Howdy tubers, here we are once again. This is going to be my volume 2 of my collection review or whatever. And these are my gifted points, which are actually all my most favorite points. That's why I like Rob Bevan reads. He heard me say it one time and calls it all the time now, but it's my greatest case. Because the greatest case of points I have are all these that's been sent to me. But this is the personal find case. And, well, this is a bowl that was sent to me by my buddy Scruffy Farnsworth, who lives down around southern Missouri. This is the second one he's ever found in this creek. It wasn't drilled out all the way, but it's made out of some kind of Missouri chert because it has those fossil inclusions in it. But it's a really cool bowl. It's even shaped on the bottom side with that concave. Someone said it may have been a banner stone or something of some type. And this I keep in a different case too, which you'll see it later. But this is a broken banner stone or gorget from bevel blade, which actually that's probably where most of this case here started with, was like this point here, and then this blade lit here, and then this point here, and those were gifted to me when I first met Bevel Blade, when he come for our show last year and everything. And then when he mailed that broken gorget, he mailed me this killer big sandy point. I mean, that's an awesome point. Just killer material. It's a G9 point. And then sent me this cool little McCorkle. And it's really kind of hard nowadays without going back and looking at my videos as to who really sent me the first personal bit of finds, but I believe it was Billy, the TN Relic Hunter. But I couldn't fit everything in this case, so this has a few of the things. Look at this awesome Pickwick he sent me. I mean, just a killer piece. And I actually got to hunt with him this past 2012, back in September. It was awesome. Give me this one here. So a point here. And then this was a point I won from our group that we have on Facebook, where we had our dig fest, our antlers, or Arrowheads, Antlers, and Antiquities. And then Alabama Jonesy. These are this set of quartz points from here up to here is what he sent me. But look at this killer Hamilton, man. This thing is just bad to the bone. Totally tight. And it's fully translucent. You get it up to the light just right. We ain't gonna mess with that. With some very other stellar points in here. Oops, sorry. And then Headhunter LT from Georgia, a piece of the rock candy he sent around. This stellar, awesome tool here, which I have a lot of his other tools that wouldn't fit up in there, with other stuff from Billy and a few others. And then from the Bevan Reeds, this killer Morrow Mountain they sent me, another one here. And then this is from our buddy Real Headhunter, he sent me this stellar Kirk. These other awesome points. And Guitar Picker 1 from southern Missouri. This was a personal river find of his. Really nice point. My good buddy and brother from another mother, Sonora Tim from Kentucky. And I've got some other stuff that he's gifted me, but like I said, only so much fit in this case. And then from Bestel Man, we got this killer out western style type point. Come on, Bocus. Dang, our net in the case is wanting to oh, good catch, Mike. Slide around on me now, mess up. And then Aaron, check out this real killer Cahokie. And he found it when he lived back in Okie. And it's normally in the bird point case along with that Hamilton, but I pulled it out. And from Rockhead, Ohio, this is a stellar hafted knife here, made out of Flint Ridge, I believe, Ohio Flint Ridge, and it's really cool mid-archaic point. And then we got my buddy Trebnik 2000 from Okie, our buddy Bart, Bartifacts, some of his very first personal finds. And check out this little mini adze here. It's like the smallest adze I've ever seen. Of course, it's a little thumb scraper and uniface, but it's just like the shape of most adze are. Very, very cool. And then let's see, here a while back from here over Quartz Crazy, which I need to get my thing with a new spool. I just put his name in there for now, but sent me all these killer points, man. I mean, just this thing here is awesome. Some type of mid-archaic point. If I found it here, I'd call it a Radatz. This awesome Savannah River point. Just stellar. Some killer Guilfords. Everything in this point here. And this baby's been like ground. Oops, sorry. There's been ground a little bit. Just some awesome stuff. And then my buddy Brandon here, which now on YouTube he's Archaic Headhunter. But he sent me some stellar stuff here. This Killer Thebes point just has a funny sharpening to the tip, but it's all there. This little mid-archaic point I just love. Look at that Bandit Ohio material, would you? And it's a blue and gray, if that's what the camera shows. And then Tom told me what this point was, and I know what it is, but I just can't remember at the moment. I think they start with an M, but really another stellar point. They sent this little point here, and this busted one that's just awesome. Sent this killer blade, partially uniface, but it's still worked over a lot on that side. And this little early archaic point. And then I couldn't believe it, man. He sent me this little mini hematite cell. Wow, I couldn't ever give something like that away. That's just amazing. It's awesome. Well, there's the personal finds case. Then over here, we have all the modern points everyone sent me. But these I got from my friend at the last Arrowhead show, who he's on Facebook, and he watches stuff on YouTube, but we'll just call him Michael. And I got this point from him to put into a deer antler, make a knife, give that away someday. And this one I got because I actually want to do like Wagon John did and make a belt buckle out of this one. But I don't know where to find that piece I need to attach to the back to turn it into a belt buckle. It's been a little hard to locate. But Richard down in Florida, he's the first one who ever sent me a bunch of modern stuff and sent all the little killer stellar bird points, which you can't fit them all in there. And then Guitar Picker 1 first sent this Graham Cave point here he made for me, which is just amazing. But sometimes he does a patina job on them just for the fun of it, not for anything dirty or anything like that, just for the fun. But man, that was the second one he sent me. That's just a stellar find. And then again, my buddy Bartifax from over there in the land of Okie sent me so many points I can't even fit them all in here, but I have some of his best and some of my favorites, like some chunks of obsidian I made him or sent him. He sent me these back. I still got some other chunks of obsidian. I've been wanting to get some copper tools and try it myself. And then this here was sent from Timo, another killer Graham Cave. And then I sent Guitar Picker 1 a bunch of rocks to heat treat for me back, and he sent me back stuff like this too. Look at this Stellar Black Dalton. That thing's just amazing. Just amazing. It's awesome. And then he had this little King's Point in there. He had his name there, but it kind of was a weak ink and it rubbed off, so I gotta do it again. This little point was in there. And then Paleo Man 52, Ken, napped out this awesome soft-shell turtle for myself. I mean, it's just amazing. Awesome. This was a piece of rock he got from Pedestal Man. Made me this Cahokian point. And then he sent me this Dalton. Got an awesome red tip on it. Come on, focus. I'll bite it. Then Ohio Rockhound, Elvis baby, sent me a bunch. And there was some I just couldn't see making necklaces out of, like that one there. And this one over here is awesome. This one down here is awesome. And he sent me some other ones. But speaking of Pedestal Man, when he sent me that stuff over there with the Anasazi pottery and stuff, he sent me this little point he napped out here. I love the bicolors in it. And then a friend of his made this pendant here out of real jade. Bright California or South America jade. And then this other one here is made out of steatite. And Mandible Arts and Russ Walker, he has 2 YouTube channels now, but he's also a good Facebook buddy. He made this Flossum point out of petrified wood for me. And it's totally awesome. And then here a while back, y'all see me get that package from Cardinal Skyhawk. And it has this stellar transitional paleo point in there, made out of an awesome agate, just beautiful. And then this bigger point he had in there, this archaic side notch, which is just some beautiful gray material. And we can never forget Napping Prodigy, old Dale, and his stellar Harden. Well, that's a fantastic point. Every one of them know it. I've said it every time. I'm always extremely honored by the stuff people have gifted to me, and I always try to make sure I give something back. I've been a little slow at it sometimes, but, you know, it's never about receiving. It's always about giving, and I'm, like, highly honored for what's been given to me. This case here needs to go to one of these bigger cases, and someone asked me about these bigger cases. I get them out of Chicago Cutlery, and these are with tax $60, and these are around $38-40 with tax. Here's another killer point by Elvis. I may still put this one on a necklace one day. If I do, it'll be my own. But man, I just can never say enough how lucky I am to have people send me such stellar stuff, and I try to do my best to give back, but you know, I have to give 20 of them away, something like that'd be like a good part of my collection. You know, I have a lot of chip stuff in my cases, which I appreciate it all, but each case speaks for itself. One day this case needs to go to a bigger case, but we'll keep this time frame short. And thanks for enjoying another volume. This is volume 2, and probably about 4 more installments, maybe 5 more, before we're showed through all the collection. So hope you enjoyed this part. Hope everyone has a stellar weekend, and for everyone getting out hunting, hope you find something good. Many days blessed to all of you. Later. Yeah, and I forgot a few real special gifts here. Well, That's one of mine, I believe. But this here was given to me by my friend Susan, who I met at the Dig Fest, who's been a Facebook friend for a long time. You can tell this one was dreadful. It's not just a fossil. It's something they made a disc for out of. But boy, oh, Pa and Ma sent me some stellar beads. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Check out these blue ones. Check out this one up here. And then Pestle Man, he sent me some awesome trade beads too. Just some fantastic stuff. This here, down here, I keep a lot of them in there so they stay safe. But I keep enough of them out so other people can look in here and see them on display and stuff, you know. But like here's some on this piece of Anasazi pottery. One of them's actually a soapstone button, but both of those are made out of a steatite or a soapstone. Then we have these, the antique sandcast beads. And then there's like these little white type beads here. And then we have your Mississippian airshell beads. Just all kinds of beads and beads. These here are some really awesome ones here. These would probably be around 1500. These here, like anywhere from the 14s to the 1700s. Same with these type of shell ones here. They're probably very, very old ones, the older type. But and some tools and stuff that can't fit in them cases. That's from Jonesy. That's from LT, and a bunch of stuff from Bart, and a bunch of some of the brokens and big tools I got from Quartz Crazy, and everything. And this little celt from Headhunter, real Headhunter. He brought it to our Dig Fest and just laid out a bunch of stuff. And it's like, dude, how could you give that away? That's a celt. And, I mean, look at that right there. Well, that's not a bit. And just all kinds of stuff up in there. And, well, wanted to show them beads because they were one of my stellar gifts given too. And, I got one more other thing I need to show. That was an awesome gift I got. Sorry this video is turning out so long. But a long-time Facebook friend sent me this. And story goes, he had 3 of these arrows, and he still has the quiver and the bow that goes with them. But they were all supposed to come out of a dry cave in 1870, and then been in his family ever since. And he purchased this stuff a long time ago from his uncle, who bought it from the previous family member that owned it. The point is definitely an mid-1800s trade point. The arrow, you know, all that stuff looks super old, but it could have been they found that and stuck that stuff on there in 1890. Who's to know, you know? But I'm still honored to own it, and it's still an awesome piece. And what was crazy was he only had 3 arrows, and he was saving the best for last. And well, I ended up with the best for last. But this will be willed to one of our mutual friends who has a kid who's growing up, and he's going to be a rock tuber too. And so this will be definitely probably willed to him. But we'll get off here and watch out for Volume 3 coming.